Sorry I'm late. Happy Sabbath. I was busy setting up for all this, what we're going to do today. So, I have a question for all of you. Who here has played with their dad before? Like played games or just like kind of like play fight? Right? So who here, of these people, who has wrestled or play fight with your dad before? You know, like you're acting like you're hitting each other or like you're wrestling. And your dad was never afraid, right? He was never kind of like, I'm scared, right? Never like that, right? Yeah, so what I'll be talking about today is wrestling. Wrestling with God. All right, so who here thinks you're really strong? Like, I'm stronger than everyone else in this who's sitting down right now. Who here thinks you're strong, the strongest out of everyone here? Anyone? No volunteers? So we're gonna do a little test. We're gonna arm wrestle. So who thinks you can beat me in an arm wrestle? Seongyul, you want to arm wrestle? Oh, okay. Seongyul, you ready? Seongyul 이쪽. 아, 3초 봐. All right. Do you know how to arm wrestle? 팔씨는 어떻게 하는지 알아? You ready? So put your arm down. Put your arm down like this, and 손 잡아. Ready? Like this. And then when I count to 3, you're gonna try to put my hand down here, and I'm gonna try to get you like this. Okay? Ready? 3, 1, 2, 3. 힘 줘. 이쪽으로 가야 돼. 힘 줘. 더. 이쪽 가야 돼. 이쪽 가. 힘 줘. 더. 오, 힘 세다. 성일아, 어떻게? Anyone else want to try? You? Come on. You ready? You can count to 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Almost there. Not sure. Anyone else? Last one. Last volunteer. Anyone? Going once? Going twice? Okay, right? So, if you've noticed, I did not struggle at all because I'm older, way bigger. So that's the topic. So, do any of you know who wrestled with God in the Bible? Yes, correct. Jacob. So, Jacob, when he was moving, decided to sleep in like a really dangerous area where there's a lot of like robbers and a lot of like lions and like animals that are trying to like eat him, right? So he went to sleep, and all of a sudden he felt someone like grab onto him, and that was God. And then so Jacob, after he realized he was wrestling with God, said, I will not let you go unless you bless me. And they kept on fighting, and Jacob kept on holding on, not letting go of God, until he said, your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans and have overcome. And so God blessed Jacob because he wrestled with God and he kept on holding on, he kept on fighting. So with that, perfect. So I just wanted to tie this in, and how can we wrestle with God, right? So Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. And another verse, Philippians 4, 6 through 7. Do not be anxious about anything, but in every situation, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your requests to God. And the peace of God, which transcends all your understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Jesus Christ. So, how I see wrestling with God is not an actual fight, but it's more of like a thinking way of fighting. Like, hey God, why do I have to go through this? Like, I wanna sleep at like 10:30, but my mom makes me sleep at 9:30. You know, or like, Mom, like, God, I'm really bored. I wish I could get this like new like Nintendo Switch. You know, like all those small things. Don't be worried about doing that. So, you know how I mentioned before, wrestling with your dad? No, your dad's never afraid, right? But we all have the same dad, and it's God. So go to God with your prayers, And it doesn't matter what you're praying about. Again, like, oh, I want to sleep just a little later at night, you know? Or like, oh, like my homework's really hard. Like, God, can you help me with my homework? Like, can you make me smarter? You know, like all those type of things, don't worry about it. No prayer is stupid. And no prayer, and God is not afraid, and he will not care what your prayers are, right? He won't be scared to make you better. He won't be scared to bless you. So I want to end off with, it's okay to wrestle with God. He's not afraid of what you will bring to him. So just, and back to the verses I mentioned, go to God with prayer and with thanksgiving, you know? So I just want to say that and end off with that. Happy Sabbath, everyone.